So number 27, kind of working backwards, it says we want 8 sine x cosine x. So if we could just rewrite that, let's call it 4 times 2, and you're thinking, how would I ever know to do this? Well, if you were staring at your double angle identity sheet, you would see 2 sine x cosine x is the same thing as the sine of 2x. So this guy inside parentheses, same as the double angle, sine 2x. We're going to move right along. We are on page 386. We're on example for reducing a power, and you guys can see the notes that you should have. Example 4, let's paste that in here. Nope, not that. Hang tight. Nice and big for your viewing pleasure. We're back. Top of 386, power reducing formulas. We can see 3 of them there. So on the left hand side we can see trig functions raised to a power of 2. Example 4 starts out like this. It says the sine, let's start that over. The sine to the 4th is equal to the sine squared. And we're going to take that inside here and reduce it. So the sine squared u is the same as 1 minus the cosine double angle, now 2u, all over 2, and we can see that that is still squared. We're going to square everything inside, so let's think about that as the numerator and the denominator. So we're going to take that 2 squared, 1 over 2 squared, and move it outside of parentheses. And squaring the top, we get 1 minus 2 cosine, that should be an x, cosine 2x plus cosine squared 2x. Notice we still have that double angle in there. We're coming down here and rewriting 1/4 1 minus 2 cosine 2x, and again, one more time, we're going to rename cosine squared. So you can see we're right here. We're going to rename it 1 plus cosine 2x all over 2. Thing that I want to draw your attention to is this. When we rewrote this power reducing formula, we had 2x as our angle, and cosine squared says we're going to take 1 plus cosine twice u. So our angle was 2x, and it turned into twice that, or 4x. So we're going to go ahead and keep going from here. We're going to distribute the 1/4. That's 1/4 times 1. 1/4 times 2 cosine x would give us 1/2 cosine 2x. This 1/2 we have right here, 1/4 of that would give us 1/8. This is also 1/2 cosine 4x, which would give us 1/8 cosine 4x. We're going to simplify by combining like terms. 1/4 plus 1/8, we've got, continuing to simplify, we have negative 1/2 cosine 2x, and we have 1/8 cosine 4x. You guys go ahead and plug that into your calculator. We can simplify further, but this is fine leaving it just like this. Plug it into your calculator and you can spot those roots or zeros. I want you to try number 31. Come on back here and check your solution. That's okay. So problem 31 says we're going to reduce using our power reducing formulas. Cosine to the 4th power x it says rewrite the expression in terms of the first power of cosine. Then we're going to use our calculators to fix that. So of course we know the fourth power can be broken into two squares. We're going to take cosine fourth, break it into cosine squared times cosine squared. At that point we're going to use our power reducing formula. Cosine squared is the same as 1 plus cosine 2x over 2. We do that twice. When we get to that point right here, we're going to go ahead and multiply. I'll do the easy part. Denominator's 4, 2 times 2. We're going to multiply the numerators, just foiling the two binomials. We get 1 plus 2 cosine 2x plus cosine squared 2x. At this point, we're going to reduce this power again. So we're going to take the first part, rewrite it. We have 1 plus 2 cosine 2x, and rewriting cosine squared. Again, keep in mind we have a double angle here already, and we're going to double it again because of the power reducing formula. We have 1 plus cosine 4x, and that's all divided by 2, and all of that is divided by 4. The next step in the book is funny. What they're doing is taking this denominator of 2 and simplifying by multiplying all terms by 2. So that's going to look like this. 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2 cosine 2x, and multiplying the last term by 2 just alleviates us of that denominator, 1 plus cosine 4x. So in doing that, what we did was simplify the numerator, but we also have to multiply the denominator by 2. So we get a denominator of 8 at this point. We're going to simplify the numerator. We have a 2 and a 1. We have 3. 4 cosine 2x, we combine those, plus cosine of 4x, and that's all over 8. They've simplified it one step further, taking out that fraction, that denominator, 1/8, and we're left with 3 plus 4 cosine 2x plus cosine 4x. This is easier to plug in to check on your calculator. So starting on page 387, we can see our half angle formulas. Take a gander at those. Sine of u cut in half. So we're gonna look at a larger angle cut in half, and that's going to help us find special angles as well. So sine u halves is positive or negative radical 1 minus cosine u divided by 2. So we're going to go ahead and look at example 5. It says find the value of the sine of 105 degrees.